I am now ready to assemble my slab pot. I know I'm ready because I have designs on all 4 panels, and very importantly, I let them sit overnight, sandwiched between 2 paper towels inside of a sealed Ziploc baggie. So letting it sit overnight like this creates a firmness in these panels so that when I stand them up, they're not flopping over. And this is important to do before I begin assembly. All right, so now let's pick up 2 of these and see what this would look like if I go to put them together. Now, you're going to see that there's an issue with a gapping. If I try to put these together next to each other, there's this space here. So you'll be tempted to let one overlap the other. That seems like a simple solution, but it's going to create issues with the sizing and the aesthetics of the outside of this little container. So we need a different solution. We need to cut these at angles, 45-degree angles. So we need to introduce some math here. So math class, 90-degree angle, right? Half of that is a 45-degree angle. This is what the bottom, if I look at one of these from the base, would essentially look like. We cut straight down yesterday with our paper clip. So this angle right here is a 90-degree angle, and we need to slice it into a 45 so that it looks like this image here. Now, let me show you why that is helpful. These 2 have been sliced at the 45-degree angle on both sides. You can see how it looks down here. Now, if I go to join these, I have a nice seam. They will attach with both pieces having the fronts showing, but none of the sides. So this is going to be what we want to do with all 4 panels. So let me show you how to do that on one of these. So you want to start by flipping all of your panels over so that your designs are facing the canvas. You're then going to use your paper clip. And instead of cutting straight down like we did yesterday, you're going to hold the paper clip at an angle and slice through slowly. That was one pass, and you can see it's starting to angle, but it's not all the way down. You need to get it so that the angle goes from the front to the back. So I'm going to slice again. It's better to go slow and have to do a couple of passes. If you go too fast and take too much, it's really, you don't want to have to put stuff back. So that's pretty good. I might do a little bit more. So you're going to do that to all of your panels on both sides, and then you're going to score them. So using the same paper clip, do some cross hatching. Remember, you're trying to make like Velcro here. So all 4 panels. I have cut all my sides at 45-degree angles and scored them all. So now I'm ready to start assembling. I'm going to use a hardy application of slip on both of the pieces that I'll be putting together. So I'm going to start with these 2. Take them, press, give some pretty good pressure on this joint, and I should see slip seeping out of both sides. That's good. I want that to be there. Now I'm going to take my paper clip and score a little bit more along this seam, and then take a very thin coil, lay it across the seam, slice it, and smooth it. My third S, score, slip, and then smooth. So you can use your finger, or you could use the back of your paintbrush, or even the brush side of your brush. So the goal is that you end up not seeing this coil, so that you have very smooth and well-supported seam, because if these pots are going to break, it's going to break at the seam. On the other side, you want to smooth it also to where you don't see the seam. It's okay if some of your designs start to disappear. You can add them back. You just want the majority of your designs done before you do this, because it's very hard to do all your designs once this is assembled. I have 2 halves, and now I'm going to join them to make the entire pot. I've scored and slipped all of the edges that will be joined, and I'm going to simply press the 2 halves together. Again, wanting to have the slip come through both sides, and then I'll take my coil up both seams and smooth it out. Once that happens, I'll be ready to watch the video on adding a base.